Welcome back to Cowboys News TV, your #1 source for everything Dallas Cowboys. Today, we've got some exciting stories to cover, including a potential blockbuster trade and some intriguing new additions to the team. So, make sure to like this video, and if you want more Dallas Cowboys news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's dive right into our first story. The Dallas Cowboys may have just signed the fastest running back in the NFL. That's right, the Cowboys are making moves to bolster their roster, and this one has the potential to bring some serious speed to the backfield. In a wild three-team trade proposal put together by Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, the Cowboys could land a new running back and quarterback. The proposed trade involves the Cowboys, the Detroit Lions, and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's how it breaks down. The Cowboys would trade wide receiver Brandon Cooks and a 2025 third-round selection. In return, Dallas would receive Lions wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones, running back Craig Reynolds, quarterback Hendon Hooker, and a 2026 third-round pick. The Cardinals, meanwhile, would send star safety Buda Baker to Detroit and receive Cooks, the Cowboys' 2025 third-rounder, and a 2025 fifth-round selection. Let's dive into whether this proposed deal makes sense for the Cowboys. The most notable part of the trade is Dallas landing 26-year-old quarterback Hendon Hooker. Fans may remember Hooker as a standout collegiate quarterback at Tennessee. He fell to the third round of the 2023 NFL Draft after sustaining a torn ACL in November 2022, which ended his final season prematurely. Despite the injury, Hooker threw for a career-high 3,315 yards, 27 touchdowns, and just 2 interceptions in 11 appearances. He also proved to be a serious threat with his legs, notching at least 600 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns in back-to-back seasons in 2020 and 2021. Craig Reynolds is an intriguing running back prospect with patience, vision, balance, and good acceleration. He's extremely competitive and makes the most of every opportunity. Reynolds can quickly identify where to go with the ball and hits the holes hard. He had a 35-yard run against Denver, the longest run the Broncos allowed this season. Reynolds is also a solid receiving option out of the backfield and willing to block and pass protection. Hooker would give Dallas another young quarterback to pair with Trey Lance, given Dak Prescott's uncertain future. Hooker's ability to hurt teams with his legs creates opportunities to help his offense outside of what he does in the pocket. His recovery from the ACL tear will require monitoring, but he has the talent to become a starter in a timing-based spread offense. With both Prescott and Lance potentially becoming free agents in 2025, it would make sense for Dallas to want more insurance at quarterback. However, moving on from Brandon Cooks would leave the Cowboys thin at wide receiver. Michael Gallup signed with the Las Vegas Raiders after being released by Dallas this offseason, and Donovan Peoples-Jones struggled with production last season with the Lions and Browns. Cooks is on the final season of a 2-year, $39.7 million contract with a $10 million cap hit in 2024. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Does this trade make sense for the Cowboys? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to participate in our poll on whether the Cowboys should go for this trade. Our second story today is about a potential dark horse wide receiver emerging for the Dallas Cowboys. It's no secret that the Cowboys have major questions at wide receiver entering training camp. With concerns that CeeDee Lamb could hold out and a depth chart filled with unproven players, the competition for the WR3 job will be fierce. Former third-round pick Jalen Tolbert, 2023 seventh-round pick Jalen Brooks, Pro Bowl return specialist Cavante Turpin, and 2024 sixth-round pick Ryan Floor will all be competing for the spot. Enter David Durand, an undrafted free agent out of West Florida who joined the Cowboys following the 2023 NFL Draft. Durand's opportunity to make a splash during his rookie season took an early hit after an ACL injury late in training camp. Before the injury, he had been generating plenty of hype. Kane Kaler at The Athletic had identified Durand as the most overlooked prospect in last year's draft class. Now, he's being named as a potential dark horse in Big D as he aims to remind everyone what got the hype train rolling. Durand checks in at 6 feet 1 inch, 204 pounds, and has 4.4 speed. He can line up all across the formation for the Cowboys and is scheduled to be a full participant in this year's training camp. A case can be made that Durand is both a safe pick and a high-reward pick. His measurables sell his ceiling, but his maturity, versatility, and experience give him a relatively solid floor. Assuming he's recovered from his off-season knee surgery, Durand should be in the mix for Dallas's WR3 competition. He's a dark horse no one should sleep on because he has all the qualities of an ideal bottom-of-the-roster WR3 prospect and multiple ways to impact the roster. During his collegiate career, the 25-year-old was a two-time first-team All-Gulf South Conference and one-time first-team Southern Conference honoree. In his final season, Durand recorded 1,128 yards and 13 touchdowns on 54 catches. The Cowboys held a workout for 4 players on Tuesday as they worked to fill remaining spots on the roster going into training camp. The 4 workouts included defensive end Jonathan Garvin, defensive end Wyatt Ray, defensive end Derek Robertson, and running back/fullback John Lovett. What do you think about David Durand's chances of making the team? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to vote in our poll on which wide receiver you think will step up this season. Our third story today involves a potential in-season trade for the Dallas Cowboys. According to predictions, the Cowboys might make a surprising move by dealing Dak Prescott at the trade deadline during the 2024 season. This bold scenario comes from Bleacher Report's Brad Gagnon, who suggests the Cowboys might unload Prescott to a team desperate for a quarterback. Quarterbacks rarely move in the middle of the season, but Gagnon believes most of the ingredients are there in this case. If a contender suffers a major injury at quarterback, or if a team like Las Vegas or Seattle finds itself in contention despite their current quarterbacks, a deadline blockbuster involving Prescott could happen. This scenario is predicated on the Cowboys falling out of contention, potentially leading to the organization deciding to move their 3-time Pro Bowl quarterback as he goes through the final season of his contract. Why would the Cowboys trade Dak Prescott? The Cowboys and Prescott are currently embroiled in a contract impasse. While Dallas remains adamant that they want to get a long-term deal done with their franchise quarterback, there has been little traction in contract talks. Additionally, the Cowboys still need to secure long-term deals with CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. Prescott's lack of postseason success, with a 2-5 playoff record and no advancement past the divisional round, may play a significant role in the Cowboys deciding to move on from the 30-year-old quarterback. If Prescott enters free agency, he is projected to command a significant deal, potentially over $50 million per year. Considering the high cost, the Cowboys might opt to trade Prescott rather than invest such a large amount. Why would the Seahawks trade for Dak Prescott? If the Cowboys don't want to pay Prescott north of $50 million per year, dealing him to a team like the Seahawks could be beneficial for both sides. Seattle could package draft assets along with potential veteran pieces to sweeten the deal for Dallas. The Seahawks currently feature Geno Smith as their starting quarterback, but he has never won a playoff game in his career. Do you think the Cowboys should trade Dak Prescott? Let us know in the comments below and join the conversation. Our final story today is about a potential roster cut. A veteran Cowboys running back might be in danger of being released before the 2024 season. The Dallas Cowboys have made multiple additions to their running back group, but that doesn't mean all these players will make the roster. Ezekiel Elliott is the most notable addition, but Royce Freeman is also a veteran presence on the roster. The problem for Freeman is that there's a crowd of running backs, and with young talent and unique skill sets coming into play, it's going to be tough for him to secure a spot. Blogging the Boys writer LP Cruz predicted that Freeman would end up missing the 53-man roster. Ezekiel Elliott returns to the Cowboys after 1 year away with the New England Patriots. Zeke should resume as the team's lead back, with Rico Dowdle coming in to spell him. LP Cruz predicted in a June 21st article that veteran runners Royce Freeman and Malik Davis might not make the cut. While Freeman could return later, his future with the team is uncertain. Royce Freeman is trying to stick with Dallas as a third-round pick by the Denver Broncos in the 2018 NFL Draft. After a promising rookie season, Freeman's role minimized, and his production stalled over the next 2 years. Over the past 3 NFL seasons, Freeman has struggled to find a long-term home, playing for the Panthers, Texans, and Rams. The Cowboys hope his 2023 stint with the Rams, where he averaged 4.1 yards per carry, is a sign of things to come. Freeman isn't the only Cowboys vet facing the cut line. Another notable veteran who could be released is wide receiver Jalen Tolbert. Tolbert was a third-round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, but has not properly established himself in Dallas. Inside, the star writer Mark Heaney believes Tolbert could be cut in favor of young talent like undrafted free agent signing Ryan Floor. The competition is fierce, and every spot on the roster is crucial. Do you think Royce Freeman will make the final roster? What about Jalen Tolbert? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to participate in our poll on which veteran you think will make the cut. That's all for today's video, Cowboys fans. If you enjoyed the content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support helps us grow and reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Cowboys News TV.